Okay.
Hey, Mr. Jones, can you teach us about 113?
All right, and start 113. I need to make sure that you can remember this big
SohCahToa.
thing. SohCahToa. Okay, now you said it.
S-O-H.
Okay, that's the first part. S-O-H.
C-A-H.
S-O-H. That's good. We slept and we came back and we still remember.
T-A-O.
Oh,
T-O-A.
Yeah, there we go. The order, the whole thing matters. S-O-H, C-A-H, T-O-A. Like we said, this is going to cover you on 40% of the EOI, and we're learning how to use it today. Yesterday we learned how to say it, and we learned what these things meant, and you had an exercise that was easy, and I think most of you got it done. And now I've assigned this 113. So let's see how it actually works. First off, this means sine is the ratio opposite over hypotenuse.
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
Opposite over adjacent.
Opposite over adjacent. That's what it means. That's what these ratios mean. Now let's see how this works though. The whole point and what this is going to help us do is when you're given a right triangle and you're only given one side in that triangle, like this, you're given this 8 up here. They're going to ask you to take that one side you got and find some other side. Here's the kicker. They're going to give you one angle. That's it. They'll give you one side, they'll give you one angle, and you find the other side. This is when you're going to use SohCahToa. Alright, first thing that it says is, since they gave us this angle 24, put a little star down here. That's going to tell you that that's where your eyes will go. Down here. This is where we're at for this triangle. We are not up there. There will be triangles where you are up there. This one, we're here. So we're going to label our O's, our A's, and our H's based on if we are right
H.
here.
A.
Right.
O.
X. This one's X.
A.
And this one is. So the X is an A, and then the 8 is a H. The whole point of this right triangle trig stuff is about halves and ones. So when you're at this angle, you go, okay, I have an H, I want an A. H and A. Right? Go ahead and fill this stuff in, and then I'm going to show you what that all means. So X is the adjacent, so put a little ADJ there. And 8 is the hypotenuse, so an HYP.
Oh, here comes OPP.
We haven't got OPP yet. We got ADJ and HYP. So you have a hypotenuse, you want an adjacent, A and H. You need to go back up to the cheat sheet and say, okay, which one has A and H in it? That's what you're going to use. That means this is a cosine problem. So we are going to use cosine. So ask yourself, what do I have? What do I want? Figure out what letters those are. That tells you sine, cosine, tangent. This is a cosine problem. Now cosine is A over H. A over H. A over H. So let's put our A on top. What's our A going to be?
X.
X, and our H is?
8.
So we're going to put X over 8. So you write cosine, you put the angle right next to it every time. Cosine, angle, equals that fraction A over H. Here's how you solved it. You got your 8 down bottom. Just put an 8 here and here. Crosses out. And here's what goes in your calculator. 8 cosine 24. That's the answer. That's the side. That tells you what the adjacent side is. So 8 cosine 24 into the calculator. 7.308. That's the length of that unknown side. That is one of your answer choices. That is C. That is C. Alright, saving these. Saving these.
Oh.
Okay, go to the back side. We're going to look at a few different examples. We're going to use some sine and some tangent and some cosine. Hopefully we use all of them. I know we got some tangent in the near future. Alright, cheat sheet, I got it up top. Remember, you're going to want to write that. When you go to take your EOI and you get your clean sheet of paper, you're going to want to write SohCahToa up there. It's a cheat sheet, so it's telling you how to use this trig stuff. And it's all about halves and ones. So first off, little star right here to remind your eyes where you're at. You're here. That 14, an O, an A, or an H?
A.
It's adjacent, isn't it? You're adjacent to both of these, but that's the hypotenuse up here. So this must be the A. So you got an A. What you want is over here. What letter is that?
O-P-P.
O. There's your O-P-P. Now here's the deal. You want an O, you got an A. The cheat sheet tells you which function.
Tan.
The only one that's got O and A. So this is tangent. So you start out by writing tangent. And what am I going to write right next to tangent?
X over, or 14 over X. What? X.
Ooh, I haven't heard it yet.
It's X over 14.
What do we do on the last page? Right next to tangent. Right next to...
Equal.
There it goes. There it is. There it is.
29.
I got to put the 29 in.
I said 29.
I hear the 20. I hear it now. I hear it now.
Oh my God.
You're right. If you said 29, then you're right. I didn't hear it somewhere else.
She definitely copied off of me.
Tangent 29. So every time you write sine, cosine, or tangent, you better put an angle next to it. And is it O over A or A over O?
O over A.
O over A. So X over 14. So you have to set up a trig equation, which is this. Now every time the number is under the X, it's the same thing. Basically, you're going to take the 14, slap it right there. What you're really doing is you're putting 14s here and here and crossing out.
What if you could really like pick it up like you just did? That'd be cool.
That'd be really interactive Sharpie markings. Pull it and throw it. This goes in the calculator and you're done. So we need to go 14,
7.7.
10, 29, 7.76. That's the length of that opposite side there.
That's easy.
Yeah, so.
Now, at both times we've done it, our fraction has been X over a number. That's getting ready to swap, and X is getting ready to be on bottom, and we're going to see how you do that differently. So this next one up, obviously we're coming from down here. What is this? O, A, or H?
A.
A, what's this?
O.
Oh, so what are we going to use?
Oh.
Tangent again. So I'm going to write tangent, and what is going to, do it down here if you haven't already.
26.
Tangent 26 equals O over A.
20 over X.
20 over X. All right, if you did it right, you said tangent 26 is 20 over X. Now, it doesn't do us much good to put the X right here, because you can't put an X into your calculator and get the right answer. So here's what I want you to do. When the X is on bottom of your fraction, you're doing a trig problem, X is on bottom. I want you to circle this X.
Circle it.
I want you to circle tangent 26, the whole thing.
Circle it.
Now, just like a few weeks ago we talked about cross multiplying, this trick, I just call it swapping. Connect those two with a line.
Connect.
And we swap. It's the swap trick. So now you got X equals 20 over tangent 26. And I will go straight to the calculator, hit N over D, and put 20 over tan 26. 20 over tangent 26.
41.00607.683.
That's it. That's it. 41.0061 on A. All right. Now this problem, this one, when people were working this yesterday, a few that were working ahead, they got to this problem and they had to raise their hand and get some help.
Pick it on me again.
Oh, it was a couple people. All right, so this is a generic triangle. Nothing is in there. They've got all the angles are capital ABC and all the sides are lowercase ABC. But then they tell you what to put on which angles and sides. First thing is angle A. Where's that at?
Up top.
Up top. That's where you put 33 at. This time, your angle is up here. You're coming from up here. You're labeling O's, A's, and H's from up here. All right, little b, little side B is 21.
To the left.
That's 21. And then what you want is little side C, and that is
X.
right. So let's do a little thinking. What we have and what we want. What we have is this 21. Is that an O, an A, or an H?
A.
It's an A. It's an A. So we got an A. What we want, is that an O, A, or H?
It's a H.
H. That's an H. So you got an A, you want an H. What does the cheat sheet tell you when you got A's and H's? Cosine. So I'm going to say cosine. What goes right next to cosine? 33 equals A over H. So what over what?
21
Over X. 21 over X.
A new one.
Now obviously it's X is on bottom. What do we do when X is on bottom?
Swap.
Swap it. Swap it. Swap it. So X is 21.
25.04.
Okay. 21. So if you put it in, you got 25 point.
I like it.
25.039 rounds up to 24 or 25.04, and that is it. All right. So when you see this, you are going to ask yourself what you want, and what you have. Decide if you have A's and H's, or O's and A's, or O's and H's. That tells you sine, cosine, tangent. You're going to write sine, cosine, tangent and put what right next to it? The angle. If you write sine, you better put a 26 or a 29 or a 33 right next to it. And then you make the fraction. If X is on top, like here, what did we do? X is on top, numbers on bottom?
Wait, oh.
X is on top, numbers on...
Cancel them out, or whatever.
Yeah, we basically take the number and put it right here. If X is on bottom, we
Take that top number.
swap it, and you're going to put a fraction in your calculator. Okay, really quick. That's how I want to end this one today. Take that, crinkle that up. Take that. Take that. Take that. All right. These are extra. So might as well do them. Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that.
If I don't take it, I'm gonna blow my nose in it.
Take that. Take that. Don't blow it in anything. Make a ball out of that. Take that. Take that. All right. Here we go. Let's go with. I guess I should take one of them.
Wait, we do crinkle it? Yeah.
Are we gonna throw that?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Wait, don't point it on me.
All right. Okay, so we'll start over here, and I'll just say your name, and you toss it in. So get yourself ready. We'll go that way.
And we
Be sure to say Kobe, guys. It makes it better.
Ready? Okay. Leslie. Zach. Haley.
Big Daddy C.
Bridget.
Kobe.
Andreas. Lily.
Oh.
Kyle. Courtney, did you know yours already?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kyle. Kimberly. Mariah.
Look, it was all in the grits. Oh!
Miss.
Kobe.
Did anybody else?
I couldn't.
Okay, yeah, because I. All right, go ahead and get started.